This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Welcome to my fully operational Star Wars analysis. Visit mjmunoz.com/FO for notes and links, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment to help me grow. Star Wars The Bad Batch, Episode 2, is entitled Cut and Run. It originally aired on Disney Plus, May 7th, 2021. The writer is Gursimran Sandhu. The story editor is Michnovetz. And the director is Steward Lee. The score was provided by Kevin Kiner. Bad stuff in this episode I want to talk about. It's really only one real thing. Well, it's kind of two, but here we go. Was there missing dialogue near the end? Hunter should have called out to Wrecker because Echo told him that the boot wasn't coming off based on his technological hacking of it, but there was no voice. It looked like Hunter turned his head towards Wrecker, and then Wrecker responded and went to tear the boot off the ship, and at that point, it also seemed like there was something weird that happened. It was almost like a second or two was lost, and it played really weird to me. So I don't know what happened. The episode was 27 minutes long, so longer than a typical Clone Wars episode, but I don't know, it was just kind of strange. So anyway, moving on from there, the good stuff. Echo's helmet looks so good. I don't think we've seen him in his full regalia, in his full armor. We've seen a lot of him with his helmet off, but he looked really cool. The narrow slit gives me RoboCop vibes. It was really cool to see him in action, and I also kind of got like he almost reminded me of a little bit the what are those things called? Like those elite commando battle droids. He almost reminded me of one of those guys, which was pretty cool because those guys were threatening and a lot of fun. So moving on to the deep section. The evils of the Empire are on full display here. Cataloging and tagging everyone in their ships to allow them to travel, and even to keep using their money, is so bad. It can be argued for, but we get to see the plight and burden it puts on the wrong sort of people, which is good, innocent people who aren't involved in doing anything negative. Cut and Sue just want to live out peaceful lives. They are harming no one, and they are threatened because of the level of control the Empire wants to give its people, or wants in order to give its people so-called security. So I think that's pretty interesting, and it doesn't sound like they're actually confiscating Republic credits for Imperial credits or whatever, Imperial ingots, because we've seen there's like a hard cash type of thing in the Imperial time as well. But I think they do call them credits. Anyway, but it was interesting because at one point in the United States, there was this confiscation of all the gold people were using for money, and then there was a time when silver was made illegal to use as legal tender, and it had to be a fiat, or Federal Reserve notes instead. So that's kind of an interesting idea. But yeah, just thinking about the way that the Empire is controlling people, they're tracking them, they're tracing them, they're trying to restrict their movement and lock them down to some extent unless they have the proper, chain code or the proper, documentation. That's always been held as a negative thing, and I believe that is a negative thing, and it's interesting to see that being aired in The Bad Batch right now. I hope they don't step back from that. I hope that remains an evil that we get to see in the show. So speculation here. Are the Bad Batch going to mostly ditch their armor and get new outfits, or at least keep what they have now? I would think they might, because they need to blend in more. It might be fun for them to have to suit up when things get really hairy. I think we could see that. And also it would be fun just to see them in whatever, cool costumes. I don't want them changing like every single episode, but like Wrecker with the poncho and the big hat and stuff, like that's pretty fun. So I'd like to see them in different outfits, and like I said, that could be a lot of fun, especially to see them pulling off like really high level operations in their civvies, in their civilian outfits. So that would be pretty cool, I think. Question: is Omega's purpose or function going to be what the show is about? Is this going to feel like Mando, where someone is after the kid that the warrior is protecting, or warriors in this situation? And if so, is that too much too soon? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, and I would like to. I'd like to know what you think about that. So let me know in the comments on either Odyssey or the other place, or on the blog at mgmoons.com/fo. You'll be able to find the link for the episode. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate your time and attention. And again, I want to ask that you would look into that, or would look into responding to me, because I want to know what you're thinking about the future of the episode. And then any of the other comments I had. If you noticed the dialogue thing or not, I'd be interested to hear that too, or to learn that from people. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and bid you farewell. I'm going to tell you again to go over, check out all the stuff, all the links over at the blog and such, in the show notes. And I'm going to leave you with peace and blessings. This is MJ signing out.